Right, I made a little thing, so it's like a little thing. So we're there, then the chat should hopefully come up on the side.
Oh, you reckon?
I reckon, mate. Quick, say something in the chat to see if it works.
I've got to find it first.
All right, yeah. Load up.
Oh,
gee, I'm sorry.
This looks like it. Hey, we've been live for like 25 seconds. Oh, that's cool, man. I like the new layout. Hey,
yeah.
Callum's been working.
Wait.
Hey, hello, Marie. Hi.
Damn, it didn't come up in the... Why doesn't the chat work again? Why does this happen to me?
No, give it a minute to catch up. You know what it was like last time. All right. Give it a few minutes for people to roll on in.
Rickle on in.
What are we on?
Trickling in.
Oh, it did work. Oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
It worked.
Callum has created a chat machine.
I've done it.
A chat machine.
I've done it.
How long before we can put bots in it?
How? No.
Now I last.
Good evening, everyone.
Now my man lasts 15 minutes longer thanks to this one pill. No, you don't get those kind of bots.
What bots? What?
Guys are a scam. Don't click on them.
1 in 3 men under the age of 30.
That's 4 of us in this chat, boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, who's it gonna be?
Which one of you is it? Just one over here.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm gonna fix my webcam now. Yeah.
Fix it. Good evening. Come on in.
There it is.
Come on in.
Welcome.
TV, the refresh rate for your light isn't synced up to your webcam.
I know. I can see it. All right,
Oh, that's horrible to look at.
Probably, yeah. The trouble is, if I turn my fucking light off. Oh, actually,
That's an improvement. That's fine.
That's not too bad. Hang on, wait. Let me.
Yeah, not as orange anymore.
Let me see if I can get the exposure right on my webcam. There we go.
Flashbanged in CS:GO.
Oh. He walks among us.
I could just. Oh.
Kind of sus.
He is Alien Man now.
Right, let's get down to business.
Yes.
To defeat the Huns. So
what has it done? I've permanently broken it. Like it should be back to what it's supposed to be.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all well. We've got a very special guest with us this evening. Returning is Alex from Grove Warden. So I think let's just get straight into it. I'm going to have to unmute him. He was talking so much, we actually had to mute him. There we go. Alex, how's it going?
Oh my lord.
I arrive.
How are you, sir?
Recliner sofa is the best thing that's ever been invented, and I'm doing very well, dude.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Fine.
Agreed on the recliner sofa as well. Is it an electric one?
Oh yeah, mate. I do nothing.
There's a little man on the side, cranking it. He's got like an old school window in a car.
I'm living in the dark ages of one of those little manual jobbos. Yeah. Well, it's good to have you back, man. Last time was absolutely great fun, so it's really great to see you again. So I think we'll obviously have a catch up on all the stuff you guys have been up to. We'll have a chat about we've got a festival we're both on the lineup of coming up soon, and later on we might have a small surprise, but we'll see how that goes, as I have no idea how that's going to happen. Yeah. So first up, how's it been? How's it been?
Mental, but yeah, awesome. Super busy. We've got literally we did our first gig last year. 31st of October. Just haven't really stopped. So it's been mental. Single Bit of Blood, that went over so well. I wasn't expecting reaction to that. So pretty chuffed. Still doing bits. It's nice to see people are still into it, but it's definitely kicked up the arse that it's like, we took a while on that one, but you know how like every band and there's memes about to say, big things are coming soon.
Yeah.
Like we're certainly in that camp at the moment where it's like we're going into recording studio. I mean, with Bitter Blood, the fact it came out as good as it did, I mean, we'd self-recorded most of it
Oh wow.
and then sent it off to Joe Marsh, who was an absolute wizard. And we were going to do the same thing again, but we just thought, you know what? We're really proud of these songs. We've been playing them for a year now. We're just going to take it all to Joe and just get him to just do our EP. And single from that's going to be coming out really, I don't want to say really soon, but
Pretty
soon,
soon.
Some point in the future.
soon enough for people to hopefully still be excited and give a shit about us. And
Damn
then
right, man.
yeah, and then video to follow. And yeah, we're one of those bands that's like, you know, we'll take a while to actually release our first EP. But yeah, we've sort of started writing for the second one already. So
Yeah, I mean, it's always
Good on you. That's the way.
So,
That is the way.
yeah, so what has been like super busy with gigs. We've consciously decided it's not a break or anything like that. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we're still a very new band. But we thought, you know, we've had a hell of a year and we've loved every minute of it. And we've still got a couple massive ones to announce. I have to keep under my chest. So that's very exciting. But I'm definitely like, I'm going to hold fire on that. I'm going to hold fire just a bit longer. But
Okay.
yeah, first few months of 2023 are going to be super busy, just writing. So
Awesome.
second EP will be on its way.
Underway. Well, let's have a bit of a chat about your first single, Bitter Blood, anyway, because I think we had you on just before that came out, and yeah, man, it came out fantastic. Sounds absolutely great. That is a tune. Well done. I've had it up on my big screen TV in the other room, all the speakers blaring and everything. It sounds absolutely mental.
Oh, thank you, man. That's good to hear.
Really well done on that. So, obviously, like I say, last time, I think we were in the week or a few weeks before you releasing it. What was the release date for that one?
It was, I believe, September the 9th it actually came out. So yeah, it's been out not long, but yeah, it's doing well. It's doing really well for us. And honestly, man, like we were like, this is cool. Like we've got a little bit of a buzz behind us at the moment, but you know, it's really about time. And hopefully we can like back it with some good music out. And yeah, the reaction just far surpassed anything I was expecting. But I'm one of those. I would have been happy if 10 people listened to it and just said, "Oh, it's all right, mate. When's the next one?" But like the fact people like really receptive to it, I was like, "Oh, Jesus, yeah, we got to keep plugging on and see what else we can come up with." So yeah,
don't let that flow. Don't let that flow dissipate at all.
Yeah.
Keep on it because you guys are smashing it. I mean, I don't know about you guys in the band, but I keep seeing Grove Warden popping up all the time. They got a new gig on here. They're playing a show there.
Yeah.
Really great. Yeah.
There's always something.
yeah.
always
I mean,
on his shirt. If you got it on, stand up,
Yeah.
reveal it. Reveal it. Yeah.
yeah, no, that. I mean, I got to be honest. Like, I'm the soppy bastard in the band, but it's really is like. As soon as we like got those shirts and stuff, it was like, oh, we're doing things kind of properly now. And then, yeah, the fact, I mean, what was lush is someone was watching my friends. Oh, who was it? I don't know. No, it was Matt. Yeah, he was watching you guys saying how much you were smashing it at Rock Against Cancer. And then I saw Callum in his shirt and I was like, good lad, good lad. But it's really nice. Yeah, when we last played at the Cobblestones as well, like there's a fair few people just wearing our shirt. And it's like it's just a really nice little feeling that at the moment we've sort of got like a little nice little Grove Warden community around us. Yeah, it's just a nice vibe. I think even since like day one, that's just something we've been really sort of happy with. People just know we're just very angry, shouty band that just likes to get fun, innit?
Well, you know what? A few of us, just after the stream last time, a few of us managed to come up and see you guys. I think it was at Yeovil Conservative Club, of all places. They've started putting on some live shows, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really surreal, wasn't it? It was like the old guard up bowling in the background, playing Skittles, and then you guys down at the front had this crazy gig going. You're up on climbing on sofas and knocking lights out, and
Yeah, everyone's pitting as well.
man.
Big pit.
Yeah, the pits were real, man.
Yeah, I mean the last one we did there as well was nuts. And I mean, what's really nice about Kennet Fest is, yeah, it's just other people around Yeovil just seeing, oh, hold on, there's a venue that could be used. So for me, it's nice that it's just seeing like the start of something again, because that's all it ever was for me, is wanting to see like, you know, gigs growing in Yeovil again. And I really think Kennet Fest and whoever else decides to take it on, like the guys at the YCC, like so accommodating and like, yeah, it's surreal because it just works perfectly as a venue.
We didn't expect
Like-
it at all. Like a conservative club's like a very strange place, I would suggest, for shows to exist. But honestly, the atmosphere was unreal. It was incredible. And the beer was cheap.
That helps a hell of a lot.
Big help.
But it's nice to see. And I mean, the thing is, like Dorset and Somerset has always had just this current of like talent and this pool and this like people always being around. And it's just nice, you know. You got to remember, I don't want to look nostalgically too much at the past, because the main thing is like there is still 6 shows going on in the area. People just need to realize that's not what was happening then. It's amazing that what you cannot discount, like some of the shows, like I mean, Parkway Drive's a massive influence of Grove Warden. They played Yeovil Westlands with like Unearth. That's like 2 of the daddies of metalcore. And like, if I started talking about the old Yeovil shows, this live stream's going to be about 3 hours long. So I'm not going to start. But what I'm saying is, with that, it's nice to see that something, you know, there is still that demand and want for it. And I've got to say a massive big up to the YCC that they've just decided, you know what? Yeah, put some gigs on.
Yeah.
And like
And you know
anyone
what?
that's
Really successful as well. That was one of the busiest shows I think we've seen post-COVID. Don't know if we've lost him or not, but
that'll be all right.
Oh, no, I'm still here.
Oh, he's good, yeah. But yeah, I think that was probably one of the busiest shows we've seen in quite a while, and the atmosphere was absolutely insane. And I think there was a real sort of sense of a collective there as well. A lot of the people there were like, oh, this is finally the return to form in Yeovil, was something that I heard said a lot. And I don't know about, again, you guys, I was quite surprised by actually how much goes on in places like Yeovil, Bridgewater, Street. There's so much going on there. You wouldn't know it unless you were sort of visiting, I guess. But yeah, a massive pleasant surprise that.
Yeah, Somerset, I mean, is killing it. But also, I mean, what's really nice is we've been doing a lot of shows, and like me and James Watts from Dralia, we speak pretty much every day now. We won't fucking leave me alone, but nah.
Shout out to Dralian, man.
No, mate, let's not get me started on them. We will talk about them then, though, because they're absolutely killing it at the moment. And the way they're doing it is just perfect. Like the way, oh yeah, I can talk about the fact, so they just announced their album's coming out, and like seeing the response to it and how people were stoked on it, it was like, yeah, they've got bits coming for them, and it's really awesome. That's why I was so excited to see like you guys doing a show. And the daddies in I can call them daddies now because Sam's got a child as well. But yeah, so the literal daddies in Perdition on that show as well are gonna absolutely fucking crush it. They I think what it is with Somerset as well though, and just all the bands that have been like, you know, present are just everyone's really, you know, just really stepping it up, and it's nice to see. Like I know Angler, they're working on their EP as well. And Beria, you know, they've just announced shows in Manchester. There's shitloads going on. Like Peruvian Necktie, they've just released an EP that's smashing it, and that's formed by guys that used to be in like a lot of the OG Yeovil bands, but then they came back. They all live in Bristol, started a hardcore band, absolutely smashing it. It's the same as last time. I can go on about the amount of fucking talent there is. But yeah, I think it was just nice to see that showcased again. And like when you bring up Cobblestones, like those guys there have been nothing but brilliant to Grove Warden, really. And like to allow us, you know, even have a headliner there. And yeah, with the bands we've been able to sort of, I mean, that are doing it as well, like fucking hell. I'm a big simp at the moment for After Last Summer. It's an Andromeda. So, like, it's one of those shows where it's like, rightfully any one of those three bands should probably be playing over us, but we'll move on. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And actually, I was watching an interview that Tom Peppard had the other day with Let's Talk Music, who I think are watching this evening. And actually, the show you mentioned on 26th of November with Drallian, people who are about in Bournemouth, come on down to that. That's raising money for Teenage Cancer Trust. So please get yourselves down to that one. That's at the Bear Cave in Bournemouth on the 26th of November. Drallian headlining. We're on support. Padizian as well. There may be one extra that may or may not happen, but we'll see what gets announced coming up soon. But yeah,
you'll be glad to know it's not Grove Warden though. So like, go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not alluding to that. We're all good. But yeah, so the interview with Tom Peppard I was watching the other day, today actually, he was talking a lot about Graham at the Cobblestones and how much he sort of helped him through. And actually, it seems like the guys at the Cobblestones are really supportive of the scene up there and seem to be actually generating a bit of their own culture around that venue. I mean, we were speaking to a friend of ours who plays in the band The Answer, and even he knows Cobblestones really well. He's been there. I think he
has
lived
many
there
tales
for a
about
while, whatever,
Bridgewater. It was a time.
Yes, Bridgewater's a weird place. I love it.
Heard many a story out of Bridgewater.
To its credit, you say that a bit. Somerset's just nuts. You Dorset boys, you've got no fucking idea. Like, you've got it good.
We're just cheese farmers down here. You guys got the real meat.
Hey, we're proper down here. Us
proper, right on.
we drink proper cider. We do an honest day's work, and you Dorset fairies can fuck off.
So anyone watching outside of the UK, good luck with that one.
Yeah, good luck. Back I
thought this right.
Cider. Speaking of cider,
I've been at work, like morning. People say like morning. It's like a proper just greeting. Like it'll be like 3 p.m. and I'll be working, and someone come in and be like morning. Like I say it might be morning for them. I don't know, but like morning.
Just woke up.
They didn't say hello.
Just rolls off the tongue better. So
I had a bit of the old hazy Jane.
I love saying it as well. I love morning.
Morning angle?
Yeah, I do not like saying that.
Catching them swallow.
No.
Yeah, man. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, if any bands out there are looking for shows in the southwest, get yourselves to Bridgewater, get yourselves to Bournemouth, and get yourselves to Yeovil. They're just three hotspots right now that are they're booming, and it looks like they're just going to keep getting better and better by the looks. From what I've heard of the plans in Yeovil as well, there's a lot coming up. So let's keep it going. Let's just keep it rising, honestly. So in terms of obviously we sort of talked about us coming up, seeing you in Yeovil. From my understanding, you've also spread out quite a bit since then. You've been playing a lot of different venues. What kind of places have you been playing?
Oh, shit tons. That's not a brag. It's literally, so when we started this thing,
what I miss.
We were just other than me dying, not too much, man. Hold on. Brilliant advert for giving up smoking. Fuck's sake. Yeah, so like we're really stoked on the fact. So basically, next week is absolutely nuts for us guys. So we've got tomorrow is I'm going on a bit about it just because like Exist Immortal's new album is an absolute stormer, and I'm still like, Jesus Christ, like we got asked to do that show. Fuck me. And it's in Bristol. And we played Crofters Rights before, and that room is just tailor-made for chaos.
Nice.
So we'll do well in there. But yeah, in retrospect, are gonna kill it. Then we go to Cobbles, like I said, for the headliner, which is gonna be nuts. We've got a fair few surprises and little things up our sleeve. And if my costume arrives on time, fucking hell.
We might have to make the journey for that one then.
I think if there's two, I mean, Bristol, I know it's short notice, but I would say, yeah, the two we've got at Cobbles, and also we're lucky enough that we are playing Western Supermare for Forks Fest, and that's raising money for the Sands charity as well. And it's of course really, really close to the promoters, and it's stacked. Like honestly, the amount of bands on it, like I'm trying to think. So it's us guys. Mad that we're at the top of this bill, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to complain. But you've got Born in Dissonance, who are fucking killing it, like just killing it in the hardcore scene at the moment. Really established himself in Bristol and beyond, and making waves. You've got Dead Rubber Dolls, who I've spoken to a couple of times now, saying we should do a gig together. We should do a gig together. You've got Weepy Villains. And whoever's watching this, who's playing, I'm really fucking sorry if I've forgotten you, but it's absolutely stacked. Summits again, yeah. So we've got Summits we're playing with twice in the space of 1 week, and those guys are just fucking sound as well. Just really nice, easy to get on with. Yeah, just beautiful, really well crafted melodic hardcore. So but again, the thing I always love doing, complete mixed bill. That's why we love Rock Against Cancer. That's why with the Yeovil shows, you'd have like Tom Peppard opening, you'd have us, Brave Ones, and Barrier. Then you've got Perdition. Do you know what I mean? So just that melting pot of different styles that makes everyone happy. So, you know, if you're coming to see a bit of rock, but before that you've got some death metal blasted at you that you wouldn't necessarily go to on its own, but you might be able to pick something up you love there, and it's an eye opener. So I mean, that sort of bill, like, long may it continue. I love it because my music taste is all over the shop. I mean, if there's one dream festival, like everyone I know says Download and stuff like that. Festival, there was 1 year where it was like Venga Boys on one stage and then Napalm Death on the other. And like without
How'd you choose?
well, no, they weren't playing at the same time. That would be the thing is, Napalm Death are probably up there with one of my favorite extreme. They're the godfathers of it. Like, if you like extreme music, you've got to give Napalm Death props, and they've got so much sick material out there now. But it's like, I would have had to have flipped a coin on that day if you presented me Napalm Death and Venga Boys. I'm like, yeah, but
when am I ever going to see a Venga Boys again?
But it's like boom, boom, boom goes as hard as anything Napalm Death has released. So it's like, what the fuck?
They could blow the speakers out if they tried hard enough, you know.
No, like, if you really think about it, like, We Like to Party is relentless as a song. Actually, proper listen to it as the oral assault it is. The fact it opens with a fucking air raid siren of a sound effect. So it's like
everything, you know.
That shit fucking it goes. Like, I'm not taking a
calling
piss.
out for a Grove Warden hardcore cover, yeah?
Yeah.
We've kind of put a rod on our own backs there with that, because obviously we made it quite clear that we like, you know, having fun. We take our own songs dead seriously, but you know, there does have to be some sort of brevity, because, like, all jokes aside, like, our next single, Abyss, is very, very heavy lyrically. It's just being completely frank with it. It's about, like, my mental health struggles and, like, how they nearly crushed me to pieces. Like, I don't want to, like, bring it down on it, especially after talking about the Venga Boys, but, like, you know, if we, you know, I take the music incredibly seriously, but I think there needs to be that brevity. And I think that's something that, you know, with Grove Warden TV, it's something that we just want to maintain. It's like, you know, our songs are really fucking passionate and they're really serious.
Well, there's something really genuine in there, isn't there? I think people are going to latch on to that, the genuine aspect.
But then we get stuff like, I've had loads of people saying, like, you should do this cover. And it's like, from like, people have suggested we do Knock Loose and Unearth. And then it's like, nah, do Shania Twain, do Venga Boys, do Seal, do Boys to Men. And it's like,
the Boys to Men.
Honestly, I don't, it's like a trigger. I don't mean to do it, but I've watched a load of like sets of ours, and I've definitely sang End of the Road far too much. Like, to the point I've got to retire it. But yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, hardcore covers of fun songs, it's not something we're gonna rely on or do too much of. But there's definitely room at certain shows if people want to find out what we've got up our sleeve. That's where they should go.
Could you imagine just like
Tenet Fest?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I remember when we came up to see you guys. Obviously when we came up to the con club to see you guys play. Obviously there'd been a whole night of just like really heavy music, and then everybody was moshing and having a great time. Then as soon as the whole evening ended, the Venga Boys came on. So all these hardcore metal people have just been moshing with each other, suddenly just burst into like the Venga Boys. Which brings us to a good question, actually. So, what has been your sort of highlights of any of your recent gigs, and perhaps an event that's happened, something you've seen in the crowd, something that's just made you laugh?
Not even if it's one of your gigs.
Yeah, any gig, I suppose. We can extend that to.
My favorite ever. That's not one of ours. Has to be it was Bristol, and it was a stacked lineup. I brought them up already, but I think it was Parkway, Heaven Shall Burn, and I think Carnifex opened. But there's one, so it was quite early, and as massive as Carnifex are, they weren't like people hadn't piled in as much as you would have hoped. But you did have a really strong audience there, so it was cool to see. But you had this one guy going fucking ballistic, but like pitting by himself. But he punched himself in the face, and then carted himself out. So he proper belted himself. Looked around and went, "I've done myself a fucking mischief." So he just went, and I didn't see him again for the rest of the evening. So I don't know if it was like because the crowd filled up. And he was like, "Nah, no more pitting for me." Literally, he just did himself a mischief.
He became a security guard and took himself out.
Yeah, like turns his jacket inside out and it's security, and he just takes himself off.
Going to our own gigs, like not to be too like bringing it all upon ourselves, but like I think the last Yeovil show we did, I was crowd surfing. And I'm not a light young man anymore, and it really shows in the video because it was like they got me up and then like moved me back a bit, but like when they were pushing me towards this, well, there's not a stage, but towards like where we were playing, the song kicked off and people just started moshing, and it was like they forgot I was on top of them, so I literally just fall flat on my side. And in the video, it's amazing because I'm like holding a scream, then I get dropped and like I cut off, obviously, and then I try styling out and I'm like, "Ugh." But deep down, I'm like, I fucked this. I have absolutely fucked this.
It broke ribs for 2 weeks.
Oh man, it hit me fucking hard. Like afterwards, I was like, yeah, I've done myself a mischief. But honestly, just to keep it a bit more wholesome, I think, Rock Against Cancer, being able to bring our kids. Chris brought his son Eli, and it was recently his birthday that week, and it was Phoebe, my daughter's birthday that week as well. So just getting them up on the stage and both singing happy birthday to them, and then they were amazed, like they were so well behaved, and like a proper credit to both me and Chris. And I know the mums there as well were like proper like get on it, our kids are awesome. And even during one song where I'm like belting it and screaming my face off, I've got Phoebe in my arms and she's just doing like little head bang and like bouncing around, and I was like, yeah, good parenting. I've done well.
That's starting and writing music. That's brilliant.
But what was amazing, I mean,
the mighty Peppard has actually commented on what you're just saying there, just saying it was beautiful.
Oh,
Peppard.
Good Peppard.
All hell Peppard's like, oh, that boy. Man, no, he's a man now. Honestly, like
graduated to man. Senior Peppard.
He's a man.
Oh no, he showed me his first pube the other day. I was like, get on, mate. Well done. You've been cultivating that for a while. Good boy.
We've grown it in a petri dish.
Just studging it like week on week, like or millimeter growth here. But like honestly, with that guy though, like everyone knows him for his comedy on stage, and he's fucking brilliant at it. But we did Mind Over Metal, and he ripped out this cover of Knocking on Heaven's Door, sung it beautifully. Like some fucking around. It's Tom Peppard, and then he reverted to singing like Axl Rose.
Yeah.
And that was still hilarious. But yeah, if that boy keeps plugging away with the serious stuff, like I not a rant at him, but I was just saying, man, like you've nailed it with the comedy stuff, but now you got to surprise people because you've got like a next level voice. And I think once he gets those two, I think he played tonight as well. So no, I know he did. I just couldn't make it, unfortunately. But I think he might have done a mixture of his comedy and his serious stuff. And I hope it went over well because honestly, that boy's got buckets and like just talent, like buckets of it. And he gets more confident. Like he's never one that's come across that he shows away from confidence, but you're just seeing him more self-assured every time. And it's one of my favorite things about like every band we've been playing with recently, like going back to Dralion. Like they were incredible when we saw them the first time when we supported them in Cobbles. Then they played Joval and we're like, fucking hell, they've stepped up a notch. And then King Arthur the other night, we're like, they're a fucking machine. Like they are just they're a machine now. Like so really exciting times for them and the album. And we've got
Dralion, like in the short time we've known them, I think they've really hammered down their act. They've really got it tight now.
We played with them like first at the Railway. I think it was.
Yeah, the Railway, man.
And they were all crammed in. I don't know if you've ever been down the Railway in Yeovil. I'm assuming you have.
When it was still there, it's shut now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gone now, isn't it? The six of them crammed onto that tiny little. It was beautiful.
Man, it's like a bear cave. Go on, sorry.
I was just going to say, it's at that point that band literally need to blow up and get to big venues. Not only because they deserve to, but literally...
But also because they
that's
literally can't fit.
Yeah, because where the fuck are you going to put Matt? Like, where the fuck are you going to put him?
Bless him.
We saw them play the Bear Cave.
Yeah, the car park.
The Bear
We need to, like, suspend him
from
the roof. Could you imagine? He's just, like, from the roof, hanging down. He's got a little harness, got all his keyboards around him, like a big circle.
They could do some
wild it'd be amazing.
Kind of stuff. Well, they did have to put Matt off the side stage at Bear Cave, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was different, but I think it worked. It worked. He had his own little audience around the side.
Yeah.
Because man, that guy performs. That guy plays.
He does. He loves it as well.
Honestly, like even their sound check is fun to watch. Like they've got something special. So Southampton. Yeah. So I talk so much. Sorry, guys. It's just this is the thing with this year though. It's like it was never our intention to do as many shows as we have, but we've just made good connections. We've just made a lot of friends, and like Dranin were just like, hey guys, like we've got this show up in Southampton, and it's like, oh, The Hobbit, yeah, somewhere I've already wanted to go to.
Yeah, mate.
And get to play
The
it.
Hobbit. I love it.
Yeah,
it's my favorite place. I grew up in like Southampton when I was going through the early drinking stages, so late teens. And I lived at the Hobbit. I love it in there. It's a good time.
Yeah, we've heard nothing but good things, and I'm desperate to get up to Bournemouth as well. And we did, what's it called, the Four Horsemen, which was nuts. Small,
where did you play it? Downstairs.
Downstairs, yeah. If we played,
I've never been to a gig there, man. I literally go in there all the time, but I've got a mate who works there at the bar. But I've never been in there for a gig.
So you know what it's like upstairs. If we played upstairs, we would have got kicked out because. But like downstairs is perfect. It's just small, intimate. Where we played with Fear and fucking. Well, first and foremost, State Ward invited us, and they've got some sick stuff coming, and like their blend of like black metal, hardcore punk in a venue like that was devastating. And then Fear with their like deathcore, it was just like, what this shouldn't be happening in this venue, but I'm really fucking stoked.
I'm just happy that it is.
It's one
to
of
be
them.
Fair, I don't think like most of the time when you're in there, I can't imagine any of the people that would be in there with you would be disapproving of that sort of music. So
there was a few people that definitely didn't seem keen for it at the start. Like,
oh really?
It pardon, like I think a few, sort of curious people did come down towards the end, and everyone seemed like they were having a hell of a time. So Bournemouth there's definitely something in the water there as well. So I think after we've had our little break, it's only going to be for like a couple of months. It's just writing. It's like as much as we love the songs we've been playing, we've recently written 2 new ones, and it's like, hold up, like we forged our own sound something now. Do you know what I mean? It's like with the songs we've got, a lot of it was recorded. So keep in mind, we've been a band. Well, we've all known each other for like 2 years, but actually being able to write and record as a 5-piece, we haven't really had much of a chance to, because we had all these songs developed from lockdown sessions that we then made into the fully fledged songs as a 5-piece. And then since our first gig, it's just been gig.
Yeah, well, it's like you said before, like you build up that network, you get that network of people, and then all it'll be is like one group of mates, but we're doing this show in London. You want to come down and help us out with that? Yeah, sure. Then a few weeks will go by, and be we're doing this show over in Yeovil, and before you know it, you've got like 3 shows in one weekend, and then the next weekend, and then the next weekend, and then you just lose it. You just lose track of time. Well, I'm not saying I don't love doing that, but you got to plan it.
I think for us, it's just we've just
snowballs.
really, it snowballed massively for us. But at the same time, with practices and stuff, and we had so much, content like riffs and song ideas. We've literally got a Dropbox folder now, just called the Shelf, and it's like, hey, we haven't touched that in a while, and just developing stuff from that. It's mad that realistically, we probably have an album's worth of new songs, but we want to just really hone in right now on like the 6 best ones we've got there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this first EP is just like the culmination of everything we've been playing, and it's a sort of like, right, you've heard us playing this for a year, let's actually get them recorded, and sort of a nice document of the first year of like Grove Warner, but as well as like, we're here, this is where we're going. And the new songs are already, it's so hard to avoid cliche, but it's literally like what every metalcore band before us have said, but it is legitimately heavier stuff, is 10 times heavier. But Chris has been really helping me with my clean vocals. So we've started incorporating a hell of a lot more melody as well. So it's just really exciting. As much as we'd love gigging, I think like what's going to come out of us with this little break of literally just writing and recording for the next few months, early next year, with the occasional surprise here and there. I'm not going to say nothing, but I mean, 2020. No, well, maybe after.
Never say never, Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen you before, Stevie, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. So just keep going the way you're going.
I'll get the zooming on.
But yeah, 2022 has been fucking mental for us, and I just think 2023 it's really just working on that momentum, but just just seeing where we can take it now, because like, honestly, like being able to do stuff like in Southampton already, Bristol, and just like, but still having a really nice supportive scene at home. It's like a really nice mixture this early on. So we just want to capitalize on few tour ideas with a few bands that have been quietly discussed. For next summer, that's gonna really, really be pretty fucking amazing when it happens.
You say you've been working on your sort of second single. Are you allowed to say much more about that?
I've said it at every fucking show we've played, so I might as well say it here. So with Bitter Blood, like I would say, I don't think we could have given a perfect, like, to people that have never heard us or like might stumble across us on a playlist. It's like perfect introduction. It's very heavy where it needs to be. Absolute stormer of a chorus. Like, much as I love it, it's got to the point now where everyone's like, yeah, your screaming's all right, mate, but that chorus, I'm like, fucking no. He's a demon. Like, Chris, he's a demon. But yeah, like, it's just got really big, massive hooks, and it's exactly what we wanted. Whereas I think Abyss is, I don't want to call it my song, because it's not. I never look at any of our songs, but when it comes to the lyrical theme and sort of is extremely biographical, and it was really nice of the guys. They were like, if that's the one you want to record, and we were just sort of all in agreement of like, I think that's where we're going to show a really new side of Grove Warden.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Honestly, the first single I've listened to it pretty much like because obviously I knew it was coming on today, so I've been listening to it like repeat for the last few days, and it's fucking banger. It's a banger, man. It's good. So if the second one's got even more emotion through it, then I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
It's a good mixture of it's literally so lyrically it hits you fucking hard. Well, I know it's really hard to describe because to me it hits me hard, and I've seen at gigs like when I talk about what it's about, I do see people connecting with it. That's amazing. I mean, that was the whole thing. Like if I can just exercise some demons on stage, and maybe one other person who's feeling that way that day for whatever reason goes, oh, fair play, mate. Like I get it. That's all it's really about for me. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, well, we touched on it like briefly earlier, but honestly, I feel like even when you're not doing it live, even if it's coming through, or if you're listening on Spotify, watching music videos, whatever, if the person singing it has an emotional connection to it, which clearly you do with this track, you feel it so much more. Like it actually means something. Like there's a purpose behind it, rather than just we're just gonna bash a song out there. Like if it means something to you, it'll mean a lot more to the audience.
Yeah, and I mean, what's we're really sorry I go on. It's just like with this one in particular, and also our new song we've been playing, Fragile. It's like our drummer Dave as well. Like he's incredible drummer in his own right, but he's really come to the fore recently. Like, oh Alex, I've got a song idea, and I'm like, that's an idea, you motherfucker. That's beautiful. That's a whole fucking song. I've got nothing to do with this. But yeah, what's really nice is we collaborate together, and Abyss is my baby, and someone's appearing, and if I think
What's
it might be who it is,
I can't believe it. It's the Peppard.
In a while,
Peppard has appeared.
Oh, fuck no, thinking about me and shit.
It'll now go from 4 people watching to 20 straight away.
Yeah, quick, get him in my tags.
He's about to drop the hardest mixtape you've ever seen.
We thought we should bring the Peppard in to say hello.
Oh,
I've been watching videos of Peppard, and he talks about you guys in every single video, every interview.
Well, going back to Let's Talk Music, I have spoken to Marie, and I mean, I don't know if after watching this you'd have me on anymore, but no, I'd definitely like to have a chat with her. I watched I watched the one with Max and Charlie, and like pretty instantly I was like, no, it's nice. Like she's definitely got a real passion for live music, and it'd be lush to like actually have a good chat with her. It's just recently we've been so busy, but yeah, I mean, if you're watching, Mary, is it Mary or Marie? Marie. Yeah, sorry if I'm getting it wrong. If we do ever do a chat together, just call me a wanker. I won't be offended. It's fine.
Hear that, Marie? Get him on.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Definitely have you on, man. Chat to me, she says.
Awesome. I'll send you a message shortly after this because it'd be awesome. And I do actually need to catch up with Peppard's live, his last one as well. But it's like he's nothing other. He's nothing other than the most disruptive person. I don't even know where he is right now.
Well, I'm in like the skittle alley at Cobblestones. I'm still at the gig.
That's fantastic.
I'm not gonna.
They know you're there.
I know this is like a man on the scene type thing, but there was genuinely skeletons, and they are green. Like just as a miniature tour, you've got green skeleton, boom, green skeleton, boom. And literally you guys are just propped up on a pile of bones, and I'm not complaining about it. So,
honestly, Tom, are you going to be there November the 1st?
Well, I mean, it's your guy. It's a headline gig. I mean, like, yeah. What? Where was my?
Could you imagine if we turned around and went, no. You're only as good as an opener. Fuck off.
I'm going to walk up for every band, and the second you guys are on, I'm just going to turn around and go, what a bunch of cunts.
Yeah.
You won't be the only one, man. You won't be the only one. Like honestly, that lineup. I know we're on it, but like honestly, Athalas, Summits, and Andromedus. Like, have you guys caught Andromedus yet?
We have not.
Do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
As much as I've been told, Alex, promote your own bands, not everyone else in the scene. What I will say for Andromedus, and just because I've got Peppard here as well, like what they're doing is something unique and special. But it's not. How do I phrase? It's literally the epitome of you've got to see it. You've just got to see it and just get wrapped up in it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely. Well, I think we're going to get more and more sort of ingratiated, hopefully, in that scene in sort of the Yeovil area and in the Bridgewater area. So we want to see more and more of these bands.
They're all from Western, but Western Supermare's got a little scene popping up as well. So yeah, I think
we'll have to work our way up. I think
it's the Brit and the Electric Banana that are putting the most stuff on.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just email. I think the Brit were looking for bands, so just find them on Facebook and give them an email and get yourself down there because Somerset is popping off.
Right, I'm just writing that down.
I have a question for you both, actually, and I feel like this is something the whole band needs answered. Right? Is why does every venue in Somerset have a skittle alley? Because we have
every single fucking one.
We've played a lot of gigs in Somerset.
Aaron, it's called Heritage. Have a bit of fucking respect.
I'm just generally curious. It's like every single venue.
Skittle alley. It says it on the front as well. We have a skittle alley.
Yeah, loud and proud.
I don't know if it's the same for Tom, but I think not only is it like it's like I say, it's heritage. Like every Somerset town has a really strong Skittles
Skittles background.
That's really fucking...
Every single one, they always have the most like the immaculate names on it as well. It's like Bazza, Big Bazza at the top of the leaderboard,
Big Chuggers.
But I do also feel as well for a lot of people it was like their first little job because I remember being sticker upper. That was like my first job. Stood at the back.
Absolutely pelted.
Exactly. Well, no, I still do that now, but that's on another website. But yeah, just absolutely getting just drunk Somerset cider swillers, launching these fucking skittle balls, and the pins just flying at my face. But because I'm like 12, I'm like, this £3.50 is going to get me far.
That's going to go a long way.
Yeah, man.
Do you know how many Pokemon cards I can buy with that?
Yeah, do you know what? That's like a Freddo now. That's...
Oh, fucking Rishi Sunak's Britain.
Yeah, Freddo. Freddo's going through the roof, boys. That is stonks. Get your Freddos now.
Oh, mate.
Invest in Freddo.
I don't want to get too political on this, but fuck me. Like, it's the best drama. I mean... Other than the fact lots of people are going to die and it's disgusting,
everyone will be homeless,
and we're all completely fucked. Which is why keep coming out to live music while you can because you'll be warm.
You'll be dead soon, so you might as well.
You don't need radiators at a live music venue. You've got lots of sweaty moshers.
It's warm. Yeah,
and I mean the whiskey there will keep you warm.
We'll be fine.
What I would say is Tom's not said a lot, but he's contributed just as much to the stream as anyone.
Yeah. In fact, I think he's said more than any of us ever
than
could.
all of us together.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for his next move.
Mr. P, how are you?
I'm still contemplating the whole Skittle Alley thing, considering I'm literally stood enough.
Yeah, he's in one as we speak.
Yeah, honestly, you literally go across the border into Dorset, and there's not a Skittle Alley inside. It's honestly never seen anything like it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, my nan was Somerset Skittle champion, so I have you.
It runs in the blood then.
You're messing with like Skittle.
Right, go on. Set up some pins. Show us.
Yeah, go on, you got to show us the Skittles.
It's still got to be okay set up.
What's making me laugh the most about this? So obviously there is where the gigs normally happen. So Peppard's played, and he's obviously really well known in that venue.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I know people are going to clock on and be like, where the fuck is Tom?
Yeah, he just skulks off.
They will just catch him playing Skittles by himself. And it won't be questions. It will just be Peppard doing Peppard things.
Yeah, no one will
it
say
just
anything.
adds to the lore, if anything.
You just seen him drag 3 green skeletons into the shed and then play bowls by himself. Like, oh, just Peppard.
They're not bowls.
Honestly, man, if like I do give him props all the time, but like it's why I said I pray he's at the headliner, because fuck me, that was perfect. That was legitimately perfect time.
Look at the form on that.
Yeah, but Tom, who have you been hanging out with? Because that had some girth on it.
Yeah.
How do you think you get my gig?
Yes.
So tell me, guys, like I've actually never asked you about this, but how do you guys actually know each other? Is it through the music scene?
Yeah, solely that, I think. I'd seen Tom. Sorry to like interject quickly, but I'd seen Tom already on like. I think the first thing I saw of him was there was a gig at the Railway where he was performing, and people were just like moshing to him. Like just proper like giving it some, and I thought, fuck, this guy looks cool. And yeah, I think it was, I gotta give a shout to the Moody Boys as well, but like it was him and Ben and Owen Moody and a few others that came down to our very first gig. And yeah, just he's never fucked off since, but I don't want him ever to. Ever. But who's he even being told off by?
We just have I become like a cobblestone bouncer.
What?
Oh, he's been kicked out. Have you been kicked out the Skittle Alley?
No. I asked Graham very nicely. I said, Graham, I'm doing something naughty. Can I go into your Skittle Alley? And
he said, "Yeah, of course. Why not?"
Of course.
Like,
it's like you can't question Tom at this point, because it's always gold. It's always gold, and like I take it you're dressing up for November the 1st, even though it's the day after Halloween.
I can try. Gee, come straight from work. I was just going to keep the high vis and helmet on, mate.
Like village people. I've changed my costume. If we can get
whole band.
If we who would I be? Fuck.
That's a deep question. If you're in the village people, which one would you be?
Who were
I'd be happy to take that one around the table.
Absolutely not the one with not the one with the headdress. That is
no, you can't get away with that now.
Get away with that.
Yeah, that's yeah, I don't want to get cancelled instantly. I think if I yeah, I've got enough tash at the moment to do something pretty special here.
Oh, I'm seeing this.
Yeah, the problem is at the moment I just look like a budget Jonah Hill, so I do kind of need to get rid of the beard. And the thing is, like
leave the handlebars.
He's one of my favorite comedians. I love the guy, and yeah, he's like. To be fair, like there was like posts he did like a while ago now, but just like being topless and just like being really fucking happy in his own skin and stuff. So actually, I'm not giving myself a bad comparison, but
no, man, the guy got built as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. I lost loads of weight a while ago, so people were like, "Oh yeah, you look kind of like how Jonah Hill looks now," and now it's just like, yeah, super bad with a beard.
Very good movie though, so there is a positive.
I think I watched Superbad recently, and I thought, like, you look at these films like American Pie that just don't hold up as well now. Yeah. And you could say in Superbad there is a few questionable bits, but I think what they captured there was like not to those extremes, but it was kind of, I can imagine Superbad was what we had with the In-Betweeners. Like,
yeah,
like I imagine American kids actually did go through that experience. So yeah, I know we've gone off on a tangent. But yeah, super bad. What a film.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that's where I have a lot of respect for you there, Tom. By the way, is comedy, man. How do you do comedy now? It changes so quickly, and there's so many rules. And yeah, I mean, you couldn't make Superbad now.
Oh, well, the way I do it is I honestly, if someone is offended by something I say, then they should fucking grow up. No, I've only ever had one person ever get offended by something I've said or done whilst performing, and it was with my song "Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter," available on all platforms, I think.
It's a banger, to be fair.
It is a banger.
With my song "Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter," and this guy messaged me, and I've got it screenshotted on my phone. It's one of my favourite messages I've ever received. But it stated, "Hello, mate. I was bored and I watched one of your live streams. Gave it a like. However, I come to you with a strong warning. Jesus Christ was not a vampire hunter. He was the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And what you're saying is deeply offensive towards the Christian community. And if you continue doing this, you will go to hell and burn for the rest of your life. However, as a good Christian man, I am willing to accept your apology and bring you into the faith."
How very generous of him.
Like, you should have just responded with like a link to like something like fucking Visceral Discord or something like, or some slab, like, oh, you want offense?
Well, no, because you obviously did respond, and I really want to know what you said.
Yeah,
true.
I responded with something which, people like this really do love to hear, and I responded with, "Thanks for the laugh." And fucking hell, I'm still getting messages to this day from this guy. There's still time to apologise. That's
still time. Your soul can still be. You can still be saved, Pep. You can still be saved. Fear not.
That is the sole reason why I've put out Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter first. I paid someone to do the artwork on that of Jesus elbow dropping Dracula, and I was like, I'm really
right. I have a question about that. Artwork. Is Dracula played by Nicolas Cage in that picture?
Oh wait, yeah, I need to find it out.
Well, I'm going to say yes. However, the artwork was done by a lovely man from Afghanistan who I paid on Fiverr, and he done a good job.
I think I saw some of his previous works on PewDiePie.
I'm going to try my best not to sound racist here, but he didn't understand English, so when I said Jesus, I literally, the words I gave them was Jesus Christ was Randy Savage. Jesus Christ was Randy Savage, elbow drop vampire. And the guy was like, "I got you." And he sent me back that, and I was like, fucking...
Nailed it in one.
But the thing is, like, knowing you as you are, Tom, like, I could imagine there was probably more, like, verified, reputable people on Fiverr. Not saying the people of Afghanistan aren't reputable. Fucking hell. Let me.
It now,
yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, "That's not what I'm saying."
What happens when you bring a comedian in with no warning? He's like,
"Oh, fucking hell."
Everything up.
No, but like like maybe a bit more verified, or you must have scrolled through like pages and pages of Fiverr just to find the one that you went, "That's on brand."
Well,
this is the guy I need.
I shall pay a $5.
It's probably less.
Yeah, exactly that. It's like, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. He probably found ones that were like 150 quid and went, "Nah, I can do better.
Yeah.
I can do better than this."
£2.50.
Got a gem. I've gone to that shelf of chocolate bars, then reached underneath and bought out half a Twix that's been on the floor. That's the one for me.
What I've done is, like, on Facebook, just saying, "Do I know any artist friends who want to do some art for me?" And I had like so many messages from these great artists who were like, "Oh, I'm happy to do it. What do you need? And I was like, right, Jesus. And instantly, flat out, just, no, it's not happening.
I mean, the funniest thing with that is, I think when I saw that post, I instantly said, like, because my wife's a tattooist, and I was like, I think she could probably do something pretty special here. And then when I saw what you went with, I was like,
but not that special.
Yeah, no.
I would love to get your missus to do a tattoo of Jesus Christ elbow dropping someone, but he's in like full Andy Savage, a cowboy hat with tassels. And
funny enough, funny enough, I was talking about you to her because, like, I did say, because you showed interest in the Halloween stuff, and I said, oh, I think my friend Tom wants to come up, and she was like, he has to be quick, like, there's only a small space left. And I said,
hey, I'm just gonna fucking screenshot one and be like, oi.
But this is exactly what I said to her. I said, you know what, actually have a conversation with Tom, because it will probably be one of the funniest tattoos and one of the best days of your life.
Me and my mate here, he's somewhere in the pub, but me and my mate, we were...
Although he looked up, by the way.
Have you guys ever seen Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Man, that film is actually the inspiration that made me get on the drum kit in the first place.
I thought you were going to say it's
I wanted to be the devil.
That's beautiful. That's better than what I was going to say, but...
Can I just put a side note on that and say that Simon is still the singer of this band?
Yeah.
So, like, it shows
I got
how
confused.
and it showed just how much it inspired him.
Yeah.
The great scene in that movie where they come up with their band name by putting their ass cheeks together.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? We're good friends. We should get the Tanak and Ush D on our arses.
You're gonna?
I want to get Tanak on one cheek and Ush D on the other, and everyone who's not a friend is going to be like, "Oi,
Hold on. Against your will, you've committed yourself to something here. Give me 2 seconds. Hold up.
Oh, really?
Oh dear.
This is the thing. This is the thing about being on the mobile. Hold on.
It's mobile, man. It's fucking mobile.
Fucking mind-blowing revelations in 2022 here, boys. Kirsty, sorry to disrupt for 2 moments. So I've got a friend Tom here who's looking for a tattoo with a friend that will be on their asses to form the word Tenacious D. Keen?
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Pardon? I understand. Do you mind? So, what is the weirdest thing you've been asked to tattoo then?
I have tattooed the word bumhead over someone's belly button.
Bumhead? That's nothing. I've seen camel on someone's toe.
You and everybody else has seen that.
But so that's happening against Tom Peppard's will. I'll find a date in your diary for you to tattoo 2 men's asses. I'm aware that they will need to write a disclaimer form, and like they're happy to do it. Yeah.
Right, let's get a few drinks in.
Between the rest of the band.
Alrighty, do you want to get married?
Yeah, could I marry Tom Peppard?
I'm a minister.
Yeah,
Simon's a minister.
He's a legal minister. He can legally get it done.
Mate, Simon, the way this fucking country is going, it might be prime minister at this rate. Let's be honest.
You never know, man. Like
everyone gets to go at this rate.
That'd be the worst twist. Not the guy to be responsible for that.
What, like the ones we have up? Let's move on.
Fair.
A cheeky swift segue into something else.
Yeah, it's really fucking hard to like music and politics, because like Grove Warden aren't like a political band by any stretch of imagination, but I sort of like, we've got one song which alludes to a certain party we're not very keen on, but not really. it was written when stuff was going bad. So that could be our new song, to be honest. But
yeah.
But yes, but I sort of alluded to it, and every time you do sort of get like, we're not Rage Against the Machine. But then I think at the same time, it's sort of like, what can you do at this moment in time? That's all we're subjected to. It's like way it's really fucking hard to like, when you think of the writing lyrics, it's like, what am I relating to right now? And it's like, oh yeah, a clusterfuck of doom. Cool.
Yeah. Well, we have a similar thing. The songs we write that are political, we sort of conceptualize a little bit. So we've got a song called Ministry, which isn't out yet. We're recording that in January. But that one's very much about, what feels like a one-party system, to be honest. It doesn't matter which ones are in charge anyway, red or blue to us. I think it's fair to say they're all in the same fucking building. They all live in the same bubble. So we've sort of written a song about that.
I just think Tom Peppard could achieve more in a Skittle Alley and a couple of Copperbergs, and those lot can't at this point.
But you realise that is unlimited potential.
It's got alcohol-free Copperberg.
That's not a very fair comparison, is it?
Yeah, like.
I have a political song called Cheese and Wine. And it's about how Boris Johnson's a cunt.
And what I've always appreciated with Tom is his subtlety.
He's such a nuanced individual, yeah.
Really got to think. He makes music for the thinking man. And women.
Best not forget. Hey, Tom, you just come off stage before you came on. How was the show?
Right, so the actual show's being held in the main bar area, which is why I'm allowed to be back here in the Skittle Alley.
Skittle Alley.
Yeah, it went all right with a couple people laughing. We unfortunately had a dropout, so I got moved up a bit, which fucking means I'm just more tired. But I played my usual set and just cracked out with a couple silly jokes here and there. People laughed. I had a lovely lady outside as I was coming in here just say, "Oh, this is my first time ever in this pub, and I seen you," and I just was like, "I'm so sorry."
Although she didn't like preface that as a comment, it's like, "But I've seen you."
She hasn't realised that she's actually peaked.
I
think that's why she was upset.
Just completed pub now. Never back.
I'm glad it was a good one, man.
Yeah, not because she's put off. She's just like nothing can top this.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I'm going back.
We had a very similar experience recently. We went to see Anvil play at a venue called The Anvil as they played metal on metal.
That was it.
And fairly convinced that the nukes were going off the next day, to be honest, because society's got to a level now where it can't get better. So why bother trying? Let's start again.
Metal on metal at Anvil.
Yeah, fantastic.
What else can we hope for?
We touched it.
Funny enough, I think it might have been the day after a couple Anvil came down to Cobblestones as well. So there seems there's like a nice correlation between the Southwest and Dorset scenes at the moment. Like
it does seem like the circuit's kind of picking up in a new light, I think, because there's new venues. There's a load that shut down over COVID, obviously, but there's some new ones that have popped up out of the ashes, so to speak. And it seems like this new circuit forming, we're kind of all part of it at the moment. It's really exciting. Really exciting.
I mean, that's why, going back to Kennet Fest, or even having Tom, like, I said to the other guys when we were putting together, because the Railway were really cool with the fact they would allow you to, they'd offer out people dates and say, yeah, you put the show together, we'll host it, and we'll pay you. And it was like, those guys are sorely missed already. But it made complete sense when I was putting it together. I thought, you know what? His music ain't metal, but Peppard to me, like, he just embodies, like, good, like, passionate about the music, about metal and being around it. And, and it's like, it's like us at Kennet Fest. It's like, do we necessarily fit in with, the hard rock, the stoner rock, and the doom and that sort of metal? Not necessarily, but do we fit in on a vibe that's, just going to be fun? That's going to be fun, and just loads of musicians getting together for a good day out. Fuck yeah. Like, that's, to me, that's all I want,
And do you know what? I think it's felt more and more like that. we've sort of felt the more gigs we've been playing lately, and we've been really ramping it up in terms of just getting around and playing a lot of shows. It's felt more like a bunch of bands hanging out, enjoying the music they've created and playing it to an audience. And we had a show the other day up in London at a venue called the Cart and Horses, which is quite a historic venue. It's quite exciting. I think a lot of the bands that go there kind of have that on their shoulders. They feel that a bit. So it's the birthplace of Iron Maiden or whatever they call it. They market it that way. We went up there before and we had a show there with a few of our friends in a band called For Fox's Sake, and they're fantastic, but it didn't have the same energy as it did just the other day. Yeah, it feels like the one we had the other day was like insane. Everyone there was they just wanted a party, they wanted a dance, and you're like, this is like pretty heavy music. Like we're all playing fairly heavy tunes, but everyone's just like dancing in the middle of the room and just having a wild one. And I think we're seeing that more and more. I think as people realize it's kind of all right to go back outside. I guess we're past that, but I don't think people have actually caught up to that just yet. I think there's still a bit of a hesitancy to go to shows for a lot of people, and to go to local shows especially, because I mean, I guess you're more willing to risk it for a massive band you've paid like £100 to go see versus a local band. But it seems to me that a lot of people who come to the shows at the moment are loving the local music a lot more than the big bands that are cancelling on them last minute. And I honestly, I think that's a really exciting place to be. I know we've had to go through a lot of shit for it, but we're in an exciting time, honestly.
Yes.
I love how you made such a wholesome, pertinent point, and then you just look into the bottom right of your screen. It's like, what is he doing?
Oh. Is that a bone?
It's like, you guys thought I was a kid.
He's got like ADHD by proxy.
ADHD by proxy. I like that.
That's my grindcore project.
My grindcore project Feigl will come alive again one day.
Oh yeah.
You've been threatening this for a while, man. It's like, but even so, like, just going back to the Moody's as well, like, just prime example, there's just talent, like, the pool of talent around at the moment. Like, there's gonna be so many more bands cropping up, and it's the thing about like Bridgewater having a scene. It's like, you know, these guys, they come to the shows and they go, "Fuck, I want to do that," and it's really healthy and it's wholesome to be around, and I think that's why it's really good. Just going back to the mixed genre sort of thing, because it's just, you know, getting eyes on different sort of styles of music and also how they can coalesce and coexist. So it's a beautiful thing to be around. Like Kennet Fest, I've got really high hopes for it. I think, like, yeah, it's gonna kick off.
Yeah, man, I agree. And for anyone who's not aware, Kennet Fest is on the 12th of November up in the Yeovil Conservative Club. Please do come and check it out. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Great lineup. We've got a few old friends on there we'll get in touch with soon, and a few new guys we've never met. So, and finally, we'll be playing alongside Grove Warden. So we've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, complete, you know.
When we basically, so when Aaron of Duskwood asked us, like, straight away, we're like, we didn't know who else was playing. We just knew, like, they've been doing Kennet Fest for a few years now, and we're like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. And like, they've got a really nice lineage with the rest of Grove Warden from the Skinny Dog days. Because keep in mind, Skinny Dog, they were punk rock, but they cultivated a really good the other four guys in Grove Warden, you know, they had their own thing going on. And yeah, so they made like really good connections with Duskwood, and then it was just really nice that they just asked us. And then when they announced the lineup, and it was fucking Sergeant Thunderhoof, who like we played with at Mind Over Metal, and all the guys were, but me especially, I was like blown away by it. And it's sick to see like you know, Max and Charlie have them on, and King Arthur soon as well. Like, yeah, just some of the fucking lineups that are coming out at the moment. That one's mad.
Crazy.
You got Betrayers, Lucis, who are fucking amazing as well. Those two from Bristol. Played with them both. Fucking love them. The Liquid State, they're doing bits, and then Sergeant Thunderhoof. And then you look to Kennet Fest with Sergeant Thunder because I've got a massive feeling that band are going to be like forebearers of sort of. I can see them getting big. Like, I can see they've got such a strong Sabbath but modernized sound to them.
Yeah.
And they're just doing really fucking well. Simple as. So yeah, but
great to see.
So that's a show to be excited for. Definitely that. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I've been dying to see you guys play as well. I've been I don't want to be kissing your ass. I've been listening to your stuff a fair old bit lately, and I've been like,
thanks, man. Appreciate that.
They're gonna show. And then Paul as well. That show looked like it was massive for you, like really receptive.
Yeah, the Lighthouse was phenomenal.
The Lighthouse was good.
It was easily one of our like favorite
best sound
shows
we've ever had as well.
Yeah, it was really good.
But it's funny when you talk about these venues and stuff, it's these ones that get neglected. I remember years ago, we saw, me and a few friends, it was, I think, Mr. C's it was called in Paul.
Mr.
I could
Kip.
be wrong.
Oh, Mr. Kips, yeah.
I think it was there, but that was like Bury Tomorrow when they were on the come up. Look where they are now.
Yeah.
And that was headlined by August Burns Reds, and like, they're at the forefront of the American scene. And Tom, go on, talk about grindcore or something. You're desperate.
You can always hear it in his head.
Oh no, I'm thinking the Kipling, but Chappie Makes Me in These Worlds. Like, carry on.
Yes,
it's
mate.
an easy mistake.
What happened there was we had a mosh at August Burns Red, and then we came out with vanilla slices at the end, and it was an exceedingly good evening, mate.
An angel cake for everyone.
Unfortunately, he had to give up his own venue in order to make up another bakery. He's converted it now.
When I was younger, I legitimately thought Rudyard Kipling was Mr. Kipling.
Yeah.
So I was like, how the fuck did he write the Jungle Book and have time for these cakes?
Dude, he's a mastermind.
Yeah.
And now he owns a music venue as well. Crazy.
I don't know if that was worth. So I also used to get confused by that fucking really racist comedian, Bernard Manning and Bernard Matthews turkey stuff. So whenever we get turkey burgers, I'd be a bit like, hold on, like what's this about?
Racist turkey.
These fucking.
Hey man, right? I think, lads, we've been going nearly an hour and a half. We should probably wrap up fairly soon.
Yeah, I need the loo.
Thank you so much for coming on, both of you guys tonight. Sorry for jumping the pepard on you there.
Dropping the pepard.
We thought it'd be beautiful.
He was jumped on me nearly a year ago, and I'm glad he's still about. So.
Never let go since.
If I could adopt him, I would, but I think he's too old now.
I mean,
hey, we talked about the marriage earlier. That's still on the table.
My wife, bless her, she didn't turn around to me and say like, "Oh no, we're married. I want you to be my husband." She just said, "Well, no, you need to afford the divorce first." So it wasn't but it wasn't an affirmation of how much she wants to be married to me. So it's
So what you're saying is it's totally on the cards if we all get a bit too drunk at a gig at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we can get a lineup with all three acts here.
It's got to be done.
I think that would be fun.
Must align.
As I was talking earlier, what I would say is, and also Beardy from Drowning is an absolute genius. He came up with South. Wow, I don't know. You're probably going to have them on one day, aren't you?
Is that Drellian?
Yeah, you've already had them. You'll have them.
We've had them.
Yeah,
we'll have them again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, before they go fucking supernova, get them back on. Yeah, just talk to Beardy about his show idea. I think you'll be really fucking keen.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's got to happen. All three of us acts on one bill, somewhere or another. An all dayer up in Bournemouth sounds pretty.
And not only that, I think we should stay for the night out.
Yeah.
The dream thing to do for me would actually to be like get to a bar early in the day, do a live stream. That's the way to fucking do it, guys. Do a live stream earlier in the day at the venue, then we all play in the evening. That would be cool.
I think we'll work on something like that. I've started buying up some microphones that you can plug into phones and stuff.
You get going that you're big enough, and you do like because you get on Twitch, you get the constant live streams that go. You do every single day that you get 50 people buy tickets from the live stream. You do another gig, and you keep going until they don't buy enough tickets. See how long you can keep it going for. That's the one.
Well,
2 weeks
later. I'm really excited for everything that's coming with all our respected scene and all our respected acts. I think it's nice to see, like, one thing I will say with what you guys are doing as well, and also with Marie, literally just having bands, just having an hour just to chat and get to know them. I think, when we didn't have that live connection and there weren't gigs, I think what's been nice coming from the pandemic is this sort of thing, just bands meeting and hanging out, and long may it continue. So, just thanks a lot for having me on.
Yeah, certainly, you're very welcome. You're always welcome. Always welcome back.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just jump on someone else's stream that has no idea who I am. Next one you do, like, hi.
You have to do the same reveal though, the recliner.
That's your sign off. Hey, wait, you got to do it reverse.
He's got to piece out with it now.
Hold on, regional 1. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. I'm pushing one button.
So I read it.
Hold on. Shit,
I'd say we can edit that, but we're live.
No.
It will say we edit it. That's what they always say. We edit that out. Don't worry, we edit it out.
Right, here we go. Try again.
Okay, take 2.
What the there it is.
Mm.
Right.
Take 3.
It's a privilege and a pleasure.
Whoa.
Whoa. Holy moly.
Good mother of God.
Amazing.
Right. There we go.
Right. Thank you for hopping on with us there, Tom.
Yeah, cheers,
Hopefully,
Tom.
we're aware of some things that are ongoing. Hopefully, we can get you involved on. And we'd like to have you back again for a solo stream at some point soon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll get Alex
Cheers
to
again
crash.
for jumping on. That was a good laugh, man. Yeah.
Enjoy your Skittles, sir.
We still live or no?
Yes, we're still live.
I can't tell. I'm going to quickly, just because I want to, on Thursday night, 7 o'clock, over on my Facebook page, I'm attempting to read. I'm heavily dyslexic. Spooky season. I want some creepy pastas, some creepy stories that are shit, and watch it because it'll be the best thing ever. All right?
Sure, can we write one?
Let me get the link for that, and I'll post it.
Can we not only watch it, but try and write one for you?
I made a suggestion to you that I think you should have a look at. You said you're going to look at some creepypastas. I think you need to have a look on the SCP website.
Oh yeah, all of those.
SCP one. There's a great SCP one where it's like a
How
it's
do you
just
know?
a llama pot.
No, it's the one where it's like I was with my girlfriend and she said it was my dad on the phone. But my dad has been dead for 10 years. Then who was phone?
So you're sat on the sofa making out with your girl. The phone rings and you answer the phone. It says, "What are you doing with my daughter?" So you say to your girlfriend, "You say, oh, dad was on phone," but she said, "My dad's dead." So who was phone?
That's the scariest one. That keeps me up at night.
That was
pretty scary, that.
Well,
keep an eye out on Thursday for Tom Peppard. Get on his Facebook page. We'll hopefully be announcing some things soon in collaboration with yourself. Cheers again for nipping on. For the people watching, if you happen to be in Bournemouth, we are playing a show this Friday, a very rare free entry show down at the Madding Crowd in Bournemouth Square. If you've not been there, check it out. It's fantastic. It's a great venue.
It's a good little excuse to sneak into the venue, mate. It's a nice little venue. They usually
It's
do
a really
private
cool
events
venue.
there. So
You need a treasure map to find it, but
yeah,
If you think somewhere between Pret and Boots or something like that in the square, you'll be looking for the right place. Yeah. Other than that, this Sunday we'll be in Hastings. Come along to that if you're about. We'll be at the Carlisle, and can't wait for that. We've not played Hastings yet, so looking forward to playing there. And then throughout November, you can catch us in Ilfracombe, back in Bournemouth, and where else are we, boys?
What, in November? Let's have a look. Hang on.
November.
Let's have a gander, mate.
No, wrong month.
Here we are, Ilfracombe, Kennet Fest, of course.
Kennet Fest.
Oh yeah, obviously we've just been talking about that all evening long. That's fine.
And we've got we're supporting one Mr. Nick Oliveri originally from Queens of the Stone Age, and on the 26th we've got the Bear Cave show, the Rock Beats Cancer show. Please come down to that, show your support. It's all for charity. All the bands are getting involved, playing for free. We're just trying to raise some money. So please do get involved. And that one's hosted by Let's Talk Music at the Bear Cave. We'll hopefully see you soon. And thank you once again, Mr. Tom Peppard.
No, bye.
Cool. Bye.
All right, see you later.
Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.
Goodbye.
Always, man. Always.
Right, I'm going to press the button.
Right. Wave, everyone.
Ready?
Bye.
Look.